Hey there, Missketeers. Welcome back to Missing Out Mondays, where we tell you what we're into. Start your week off right. I'm Tauri Jay.
I'm Lex Michael.
And today we're joined by a special guest, super friend of the show, Caprice Castano.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Caprice is going to be joining us on our main show tomorrow, so we thought we'd bring her in, have her trek all the way to the studio, and tell us what she's into this week. So, what are you into?
Okay. Listen up, everyone. SuperEgo podcast is back, and it is fucking hilarious. It has Jeremy Carter, Matt Gorley, Mark McConville, and Paul Tompkins, and they just do improv sketch bits that are really well produced, and they usually take past in a bygone era, and there's it's just fucking great. It's so hilarious. They have this one where it's like a fake 1970s like trailers before the movie, and they're completely improv, and it's great. It's hilarious. And yeah, I highly recommend taking a listen. If you like to laugh, listen laughing. Up. Well, it's not for you.
I don't like it. It makes me feel too vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of the id, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
I got it. That was some highbrow shit for this program.
Thank you.
I like what you did. That was good. I feel like you just classed the joint up a little bit.
That's what I do. That's why I'm here. No, I really enjoy SuperEgo. They stopped for a long time, right?
Right. So it's back. Back, baby.
Nice. I mean, because everyone who's part of it is doing stuff constantly.
Right.
Like Paul F. Tompkins is in everything. Mm-hmm. Mark Evan Jackson is also like I assume he got to take a break from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but like he was also in The Good Place for a long time, which just ended. So yeah, everyone's busy, baby.
Yeah. I'm
glad they're back. Lex, what are you into?
So as established before we jumped on mic just now, they
weren't here for that.
I'm reestablishing the shit.
Tell them why.
All right. Hey. I'm reestablishing my shit. Let me center myself. Let me feel secure. And I almost laughed a minute ago. You know, that shit makes me feel vulnerable. So I'm just trying to like recenter, readjust, and bringing everybody on the journey with me. Why are you creating walls? Why are you creating walls between me and them, man?
Because that's what I do.
All right, fuck you. Anyway, don't give me that face.
I'm sorry. You told me I was bringing class, and that's what class does. It creates barriers.
That was good. It was a bit. It was delightful. So it's been a rough couple of weeks for me because I have a cat that I love very much. This had some health issues. He needed like 2 surgeries, one of which was an emergency surgery. So I've been very preoccupied with that. And even though now it seems very much like he's on the mend, he's doing good, of course, that all that residual stress kind of sticks with you for a little while. So I was having a hard time this past week focusing on much of anything for longer than about 20 minutes. And I had a couple days off right in a row. It was basically just kind of me and him hanging out in the apartment. You know, we have another cat, but was kind of monitoring him, paying way more attention, getting way more preoccupied with it and stressed out than I needed to. And so I needed to do something that would force me to engage with it, something that like I couldn't check out of, like you can check out of a movie or something. So I picked up, for the first time since it was released, I picked up and played through the entirety of Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 is dope as hell. I don't know if either one of you is familiar with the Uncharted series at all. So Tara, you know it. Basically, you're an adventurer / treasure hunter, and it's very much like a sort of an Indiana Jones type character. It's basically, swashbuckling platforming adventure stuff set against, some of the greatest treasure-based legends of history and stuff. So it's the 4th in that series. Was I think it's a PS4 exclusive. But I played it a few years ago and really liked it. Picked it up and I was blown away, especially playing through it really quickly over 2 days. How insanely well crafted every single element of this game is. Not just the mechanics, which they feel like they've sort of topped themselves again on the mechanics of the game, but also in terms of writing, in terms of performance. This thing is as cinematic as any movie you're going to see, and it makes it feel so almost comical how aggressively they keep trying to make an Uncharted movie. They've lost directors what feels like 13 times now, and it seems like, especially when you go back and play these games over, it's so not worth the effort that exercise would take, because you're not going to make a movie that is more cinematic than these games already are. All you're going to succeed in doing is truncating it and taking out the single greatest element that these things have to offer, which is you actually get to engage with and play the movie directly. It's so much fun. It's one of the first times that I remember a video game actually making me cry, like the story actually affecting me emotionally enough. If I won't spoil it if you haven't played the game, but if you have, you know that there is a very heavy thematic current for family legacy that goes through the entire series. And the way they sort of tie a nice little thematic bow on that towards the end of this story, I think is really, really nice. And I found it really emotionally affecting and stuff. But I love the Uncharted games, and I think I needed this one this past week. It felt kind of therapeutic for me to get to do something that fun, that engaging, in a time where, I needed something to ground me a little bit. But those games are a blast. And if you haven't played them yet, highly, highly recommend them.
Yeah. I would also recommend the short starring Nathan Fillion that they did. I think that's the best live action that we will ever get.
Yes, for sure.
Because it captures the spirit without like trying to match the games, which you never will. But me personally, I have just gotten into HBO's Avenue 5, starring Hugh Laurie, Josh Gad, the lady who played the ghost in Being Human. It's about a space cruiser that essentially ends up going haywire, and it goes off course so much that it goes from being in a 5-week cruise to a 3 years to get back to Earth. And so you're dealing with the fallout of that. And also, it's owned by Josh Gad's character, who is a very like megalomaniacal kind of rich dude who just wants things. I assume that there is a specific rich person that they're going for, but I don't know who it is. But it's really fun. It also manages to really actually explore like how people would behave on a cruise liner that they're basically stranded or become prisoners on, without being too dark in terms of like, we're now barbarians.
We eat each other.
Right. So I think it's nice. It's fun. It's only 30 minutes per episode. We're 5 episodes in. I think the 6th episode launches this Sunday. So yeah, check it out. Avenue 5. It's so good. But what are you guys into? Let us know on our social media, which is Missing Outcast. MissingOutcast. And tomorrow, Caprice is going to be joining us. We're going to make her trek all the way back out, and she's going to be talking about Tusk from 2014. It was written and created by Kevin Smith. It's a thing. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, boy, howdy, you can. It's available. You can do so it's on Netflix, it's on Amazon, it's on YouTube's rental service. You just Google it, and it's on there. It's on Google. But yes, so we're going to be talking about how it got made. We're going to be talking about the good of it. We're going to be talking about the bad of it. We're going to be talking about how it made us feel. We're on a spectrum. We have thoughts. So make sure to join us tomorrow.
Hashtag, I get it.
And Caprice, until tomorrow, where can people find you?
Strongman Films all over the internet. I'm there. There's, cool stuff to watch. Make music videos. Make movies. I do live shit. Find me, Strongman Films.
Nice. What about you, Lex? Where can people find you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at the Lex Michael.
And I'm at Tauri Jay. TauriJay. Don't you join us tomorrow? You already know what we're going to be talking about. So join us. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be such a good discussion. We hope you had a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.